Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Becca with House of Lenormand. Today is, let me see, Thursday, July 25th. I had done the original Grand Tableau from the one in August. Let me bring that up, my working copy. And in the last video that I posted that I said I was having trouble differentiating between Epstein and Junior because it looked like they were running parallel, like their stories were running parallel or they were intersecting at some point. And in the original, I said this person goes to jail right here. And what I missed was the arrest at the airport right here. So I got confused and I've been eyeballing and reviewing the other two tableaus that I did for Donald Trump, and I still could not make out the difference between Epstein and Junior. So today I decided, you know what? Here's an idea. Do a Grand Tableau on Junior and designate him as the man, the bear as his father, and the woman as his sister. Well, look here. Arrest at the airport. Right there. It looks like it's coming from a criminal conspiracy here and here because the book lands in the house of heart and the ring lands in the house of mice. That's a circle of conspiracy around the sexual affair here. But there's the arrest at the airport right there. So I think that's where they're crossing or where they're running parallel to each other. I don't know when this happens, but one thing to note on this tableau, the child lands in its own house. The key lands in its own house. Those are like the important child, which is him, the important child. He has the scythe right over him. He's in immediate danger. I do not know if this is saying that this arrest happens in October or when it happens, because Epstein was running the same line and he got arrested in July. But this one here has the scythe right over him. And if we look back on the original tableau on the column for October, that's where the child was, the child that's being investigated. There's a trip going overseas. He's taking multiple trips overseas, and there's some new direction that's going to take a little bit of time. And the Lilies was, it turned out to be William Barr, but he gets in trouble for corruption. He gets nailed. They nail him to the cross for corruption. If you look down his line of influence, the man, which was him in this tableau, and it's very significant that the key turned up in its own house and the child turned up in its own house. That's saying that the important child, which is him. If you follow this line of influence here, he's got the cross right there. There's the government and the courts, the report, and then he goes into a black box. He lands in the house of coffin, which is, you know, quite literally could be a box, you know. Here's him being investigated. There's something going on in secret here with a secret affair, and that gets exposed, okay? And it also looks like he's going to take the fall for his father because the bear lands in the house of the fox. Okay, so his father is being investigated. The cross lands in the house of bear, which his father is guilty of, and he's going to pay the price for it because Hope Hicks, which is card number 16, or house 16, which is what the fox falls under, is back over here. She's the one that gave the goods. Like I said, I'm going to have to sit down and review this even more. I just did this like a few minutes ago, but I just wanted to post this really quickly that I'm still seeing him getting arrested at the airport. I don't know if that happens in October because he's got the scythe right over him, or if it happens this summer because of the sun is over here. That's the card for August. So it looks like he may be going somewhere on a trip in August, and there's some sort of news or conversation or a message that comes in for him that his father is guilty of, but he's paying the price for. So I don't know if he gets the axe in August or if it's in October, but it looks like they're running the same course with the arrest at the airport. So I'm going to cut this off here. I'm going to keep looking at this even more, try to get as much as I can out of it, and I'll post a follow-up video because we just barely scratched the surface on this one. I mean, just barely. That's just a quick run through of what I can get out of it right off the bat. So, and the dog here as well, that keeps showing up as Epstein, because it has in the last few, and he's delivering a message here about the child. So I don't know if Epstein has goods on this kid, on Trump Jr. or his father, and that adds to him getting nailed here and along this line here. But you can see that they have, there's something really persistent about him lying. The lies to cover up. The snake lands in the house of clouds. The anchor lands in the house of snakes. So they have him on persistent lies and cover-ups that his father's been guilty of in regards to sexual affairs. And here's the criminal conspiracy in this little box. But we can go through that further once I sit down and really examine this. But yeah, I noticed that. Here's Junior, the important child that lands in his own house in immediate danger, arrested at the airport. So let me post this. Let's hope that I'm interpreting this correctly, and I'll see what else I can get out of it. Okay, I'll see you guys on my next one. Thanks. Bye.